God, this office is such a mess. What's up, Squires? My name is Joel and I'm the Backlog Knight. Welcome to the end of Season 2. That's right, we're the 1st of January 2018, meaning we made it to a second complete year of Backlog Knight, and that brings a lot of things to my attention. I don't want to take a lot of time to do that, but I still want to do it. I mean, it'd be weird to me to not finish the year by doing something about it. So here we go. I guess the first thing I'll say is, well, it's New Year. So what do people say in the New Year? Well, they take resolutions. So my first idea of a New Year's resolution goes on because of a little event that took place a little earlier this year. It went a little bit something like this. God fucking damn it, it's just not working. Give me a second. Joel? Yeah? You swear a lot, you know. Me? Didn't I pick up swearing from you? Yup. Oh. And here we are. We're doing this now. Full disclaimer, I'm not very good at impersonating my dad. He actually looks a little bit more like this, and he doesn't wear fedoras. He never wears fedoras. Anyways, it's not important. So, yeah, that's what got me going into this idea. So I'm actually going to try and reduce the number of swear things that happen in this channel a little bit. But I mean, it's a New Year's resolution, so who knows what the fuck that's gonna change. Fuck. Oh, admit. Seriously though, I'm gonna see what I can do about that. Except for midnight runs and horror games and all those games that make me super ragey if ever that happens. You guys are on your own in that saying. No law or any kind of prohibition is gonna stop anything coming out from my mouth in very obscene language stuff. That's just... your prayers are worth nothing. Moving on. Also, small note, I might look really tired. I'm actually fine. It's the holidays, so I haven't slept much because I'm doing a lot of things. I'm actually doing a few level design tests, and that's keeping me awake very often, plus the parties and family stuff and etc. So I'm just going around the clock doing a lot of things as usual, as I'm always doing. And yeah, I'm good. I'm perfectly okay. I'm just a bit tired, and it's fine. I really want to make this video, so it's gonna happen anyways. So we'll see. We'll see how that works. Let's get into the meaty stuff, shall we? So what happened in Season 2? What happened in 2017 on Backlog Night? Well, we went through a lot of games, obviously. So how about we go through all of them? In the beginning of 2017, we were finishing Shovel Knight, and then we immediately got into the mystery and wonder of everything that was One Shot, this little adventure where we're a god and we're supposed to help little Nico get back to his world somehow. That was quite a blast. Then halfway through that, we got distracted by the Neo Last Chance demo that I was way too excited to try to keep going for one shot, so that happened. And as I was finishing that demo, I actually suffered a 10 to 12 feet fall while rock climbing, where I dislocated my right knee and right shoulder and severed/tore my anterior cruciate ligament, thus sending me to the hospital. And yeah, that was not very cool. But a short time after that, I was back on my cane, and then we took on the Neo full game this time, and I was super excited to do that. That was super cool. Halfway through there, I pranked all of you with the World of Warcraft iPros fool joke. I don't know how many people I fooled, but I had a lot of fun making the episodes, so it doesn't really matter. It's a super fun episode. I then attempted to get over my post-Soma PTSD by confronting inside this really creepy game where you try to lead a little boy to safety in this really weird place. And immediately after that, we went and tackled and trudged through the painful experience that was Uncanny Valley. Unfortunately, I wish that would have gone better for me. And no, I am not going back. Took on Kirby Superstar with my friend Elizer, which featured on the channel, and together we also took on Home, which is another midnight run game that was quite a special experiment itself. Then I don't know what came over me, but we went through Cave Story Plus together and decided that it was way too easy to play the game, and instead we just went on... Haiku, are you going to leave every single time I make this episode? Anyways, where was I? Cave Story Plus, yes. So we went through that. Once we were done with that, we took on Titan Souls, and that was also a really cool journey. And then came along October, or as you might know it, Backlogtober, where I had the genius idea to take on Resident Evil's remake on GameCube. Oh god, save me. And then after that, clearly I didn't have enough, so I went through Layers of Fear, and that was the finishing blow. Somewhere in there, I took the time to explore the very deceivingly adorable Rain World, where we got massacred multiple ways, and that was also super fun. And once that was over, we took on Axiom Verge, where I proceeded to get lost, unlost, lost, unlost, lost, unlost, and eventually learned Modern and Old Sudran. I don't know what got over me. It was actually really cool to do. But holy hell, And at the end of Axiom Verge, somewhere around that time, I ended up turning 30 years old, and I isolated myself in a cabin in the woods with all of my closest friends, and that was amazing. Also, I got my birthday sombrero. That was super cool. But short-lived joy, because right after that, I had the brilliant idea to take on Resident Evil 2 for GameCube, and that wasn't a cakewalk. Oh boy. And right around that corner came Sword December, from Rom's idea, where we decided to play a game that featured mostly swords, and I chose Brave Fensu Musashiden. That was cool, and we actually beat it this time, unlike little old Joel, which probably still did better than I did in the earlier moments of the game. Anyways, moving on now, because we actually ended the month on a really high note by playing the Monster Hunter World beta demo, and that was a kick-ass experience where we got to do a lot of really cool things. And as a Christmas gift to you guys, I released the episode on Don't Spill Your Coffee, which was really, really funny, and if you haven't seen that episode, I hope you will. This actually brings me to let you guys know that through this adventure of a year, we cleared 17 games, not counting Rain World, which we only explored for one 2-hour long episode. And that's a lot of stuff, guys. It's a lot of stuff. That was done through 208 episodes out of the 423 episodes you can find on the channel right now, as of January 1st, 2018. At the end of this year, we have 157 squires, the last of those squires being Sodacan71, which actually requested me to elongate the Monster Hunter World beta demo, so thanks to you, Sodacan. That was actually a really cool experience for me to keep going doing that. And I'm right now 7 views away from reaching 10,000 views over 2 years. Now, you might argue that that's not a lot of views, and that a lot of people do way more views in 2 years. I agree with you, except that this actually serves as a really good bridge to tell you that my channel doesn't focus on the hyped games and the mainstream games and the new games. It's based on games that I've already had for a long time and that I'm suddenly deciding to play. So it makes a lot of sense that people are not going to see it super well. And as far as I'm concerned, that works really well, because as I've said in my 30 years old video, that gives me a small audience, sure, but you guys are really awesome. You're actually doing a really kick-ass job at being an amazing community that I can communicate with and keep tabs with and actually take time to discuss with, share ideas, and explore games together. Speaking of which, I'd like to send some nice little thoughts to Zaki, which during my level 30 video, where I explained a problem that I had about not knowing what to do, allowed me to think that, you know, it was okay to do what I wanted to do instead of focusing too hard on wanting to please everyone at once, which I can't do. So thanks, Zaki. That was actually really cool. That helped me a lot. You don't know how much you did, but you did. And that's a really good bridge, again, to lead into this idea that this year actually helped me realize that it was okay to do what I wanted to do. And that I learned a lot of things. I mean, I lost a lot of good friends. I got a lot of new good friends. A lot of experiences happened. I mean, I smashed my leg at rock climbing. I went through surgery. I survived all of this. I turned 30. And that was a big deal. Not as much as a big deal as many people would think, reaching 30. I'm actually really okay with that. Really okay. But that, you know, a lot of things happened. And I'm planning a lot of really cool things for Season 3. Speaking of that, I wanted to share something with you guys and ask you guys a question that I would like you to participate on. So, as you know, I am Joel, and I impersonate the Backlog Knight. And, you know, I've been thinking about a few little projects that go hand to hand in that. There's a lot of things planned for Year 3. You have no idea, and I hope all of this can happen. We're working on a lot of things. I'm working on a little secret project, so I can't tell you anything about it, but I can tell you that it involves a lot more additional work and stuff you guys may get to see. I'll share some details with you as it comes, but what I want to share with you right now is the basically the loot system. So we went through 2 years together. What do you think happens when a knight or an adventurer goes on a quest for 2 years? Well, he picks up loot and equipment. So here's the question I'm asking you. Based on the series and the games that we covered in those 2 years in Backlog Night so far, what do you think, according to each year, the Backlog Night would have gathered 2 quest items that Joel the Backlog Knight would have acquired during his 2 years of adventuring during the Backlog quest? It could be any item. It could be, I mean, someone suggested a locker, someone suggested a shovel, But what do you think would it be? What would it be for the first year? And what would it be for this last year, the second year that we just passed? Let me know, because I plan to add these items to the roster of equipment and items that the Backlog Knight will have on his illustrations, and maybe some other projects that you don't yet know about. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. What was I saying? Right, yes. So let me know in the comments below. You can tell me what you think for each year the Backlog Knight would have acquired. Make sure to let me know what item and why in that comment, and I'll be reading them and seeing what you guys think. So that's one thing. Also, there's a lot of games that I want to look into. It might take a few days for me to hop into the next series, but I will tell you that the first game I am planning to play for you guys is The Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past, which I have gotten a copy of and have never played. But I plan to do that and get through it with you. There's a lot of other projects I'm going to go to. Mr. Buzz Killington got me a copy of Dark Souls 3, so that's going to happen, which actually reminds me that I've actually done very little this year. I think only one, maybe two, but probably just one episode of Operation Soul Crush was released during the entirety of 2017. I need to get on that because a lot of you have asked me to release that, so I'm going to see what I can do about that. There's also Bloodborne that a friend of mine, Cedric, has asked me to look into, so I am looking into that. I really want that to be done for you, so I will look into that for you. And there's a few other projects I want to finish, but yeah, a lot of stuff planned for 2018. Very excited about that. Oh, speaking of which, I want to thank my top squires for season 2 of the Backlog Knight. So I'm gonna thank, oh my gosh, what are your names? I know G's in there, so G, you're definitely a top squire. So G, Mr. Buzz Killington, Omega Pi X, which was there for a really long time. You're up there, man. Like you've been there. You're definitely up there. You deserve your spot up there. Keyboard, Channel Absolute Zero or Zero, he's definitely there in the top squires. Rum for suggesting his little thing for Sword December and all his enthusiasm in following my channel. That's awesome. You deserve that too. Horror Crust for helping me through Neo and being such an awesome squire. Thank you. I hope you're still hovering around. I haven't heard much from you, but I've been keeping tabs, and yeah, I'll be bringing content back, which I think you might like, because I think you're also into Bloodborne, so keep tabs on that. Darkroon 365, which I think appeared during Cave Story Plus, and then tried to help me through Axiom Verge. Yeah, you're up there. You're in top squire this year, so top squire of the year, you made it. And Ice Valkyrie is also a top squire for supporting a lot of things I've been doing and having conversations, etc. with me. That was nice. And yeah, I think that covers it. So you 8 are top squires for this year. Congratulations on that. I don't know what that's worth to you. It's worth a lot to me. Thanks for having supported me through all this time, and I hope that it warms your heart, because it definitely warms mine when I can interact with people like you. And I hope I can make a lot more people interact and, you know, be part of the Squire Legion, Squad, Army, whatever you want to call it, because that's great. So I don't want to take too much more of your time. I actually really do not. I just wanted to make sure that I closed the year in really tight stuff together. There's a lot more things to come. I'm very excited about how it's going to turn out, but only time will tell. Now, we're starting 2018. I want to thank everyone for sticking through second season of Backlog Knight. Thank you so much. I can't wait to find out what's coming and what we can do together, and I can't wait to interact with more of you and make this really amazing community grow a little bit and see where it can go. Don't forget to tell your friends if you think they'd like to see something like this. The more the merrier, and this is the best time to do it. And share with friends and family you think would enjoy this stuff. I'll do my best to provide great content for you like I've always done, and the reason why I do it is simply because you guys are there to appreciate it and well, let me know that it's worth something to you. So thanks for that. Of course, give me a thumbs up if you like this series, episode, season, whatever you like. Remember that you have now 423 episodes to siphon through if you feel like looking for content. And do not forget to let me know about your vote. One vote per year per person You know, in the comments below, let me know which item, like which new piece of equipment does the Backlog Knight get through his adventures through first year and through second year, and let me see your answers so I can decide what I'm doing with that. I'm looking forward to your answers. Don't let me down, Squires. I'm counting on you. Was there something else? I don't think so. So I'm going to do what I do here, which is I'm going to let you go. This has been Joel the Backlog Knight, just fighting the good fight, one game at a time. And until the next time comes, Backlog Night out. Get ready for Season 3. Oh, and of course, Happy New Year, Squires. Happy New Year's to all of you.